the more you can get going, the more you'll start to figure out who can see the most value in what you have to offer, and that should be going up consistently. Like if your rates have been stuck at the same place for even 3 months, you're not trying hard enough to find better clients.
We got Arne Giske in the house. Say what's up.
What's up?
Guys, what is up? Oh boy.
And you guys can't see it right now, but we have like maybe 7 different examples of posts I've used to generate clients, get business, fill the pipeline, and some of them are like crazy short and have produced massive results. So if you guys want to see those posts, you want to see me explain them, break them down, show you guys how you can use simple posts to get more clients and build your authority online, stick around, and that's what you're here for today.
Not only that, we are going to make you millionaires today by the end of the day. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Guys, we want to show you how to do some crazy shit using Facebook. Facebook, right?
Yep.
Facebook? Like, has anybody heard of Facebook? If you've heard of Facebook, can you drop a 250 in the chat below? Drop a 250 in the chat below. Has anybody ever heard of this little awesome, cool software that's called Group Funnels? Anybody ever heard of it? Chris said, yes, sir. Anybody ever heard of Group Funnels? No. Amazing software. All right, good.
Thanks, Chris.
I rather was hoping more people said no so we can educate them, because we just, as most of you guys know, we opened our Facebook group, Marketers Mindset. We opened that yesterday, and that's live, and Arnie's going to teach some stuff on here that we're probably going to use too, okay?
Yep.
So I'm personally using Group Funnels, so I personally vouch for it. It is amazing software. Essentially for us, like what it does is, and I can kind of show you what happens, which I think is pretty cool. Not logged into Facebook. No, but anyways, that's fine. So what happens is, if you, does anybody have a Facebook group in here? All right, good. So some people said they have small Facebook groups, large Facebook groups. Good. So how annoying is it to like go in there and approve people all the time? Like if you have like, yesterday I think we approved like 400 or 300 people inside of the group. That shit is so annoying to go one by one and approve everybody. So one of the cool things that I like about Group Funnels is you can go in there and you can just click approve all. It will literally approve all of the people inside of the post, but that's not the sexy part. The sexy part is it actually captures all of the information. So in our group, we have 3 questions that we ask in order to get in our group. I don't know what those questions are, I forgot, but I know the last one is, what's your email address, right?
Of course.
So what Group Funnels does is Group Funnels actually takes all of that information, actually while it's approving, it'll send it over to their actual application, which is a Chrome extension. You can then take that, port it over, and push it over to a Google Sheets, right? Google Docs. And then after that, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. You want to see what we did with it? We actually take all of your information, we port it over, and we put you into our intercom system using Zapier, which is super simple. It took us like 10 minutes to do it. Cost us like 20 bucks a month. Now what happens is anybody that joins our group, automatically we got leads. Like we literally input like 350 or 400 leads into our system yesterday, and we're probably going to approve like 50 people a day into our group, which means we're going to get 50 leads a day, guys. And this is Group Funnels. It's so easy. It's just a Chrome extension. And where do they go if they want to get this, Arnie?
So that's at groupfunnels.com, and if we want to pull it up, I think we can show them a quick demo of it. Should I use this one?
That's the, right there, guys, is the link. Yep, so let me go ahead and open up a new tab. Bam, go ahead.
All right. So I'll show you guys how this works real quick. It's pretty sick. So I got very lucky with this one, actually. So I'm not a developer, I'm not techie, I'm a marketer. I knew we had the opportunity to start asking people for emails in those welcome questions, and my group is over 70,000 people. It's called Millennial Entrepreneur Community, and we've been getting hundreds of requests a day. And I was asking people for their emails, but I was just letting them slide. I was not even grabbing them. I was going to hire a VA to do that, like dedicated. Hey, I got this thing, I think you could sell it to your audience. It's amazing. It helps grab these emails right when you approve people in the group. So I was like, ooh, that sounds awesome. Let's check it out. So that day, Group Funnels was born, and let's see. And I'll show you guys a quick video on it. Also, I want to give you guys another quick marketing tip. this has been one of the most profitable videos I've ever created, and it's less than a minute, and I made it in my car in one take. So don't overthink things, guys.
I think we might have to play that video. Carlos, where can we get the video audio going into that video? Is it possible from here or no? All right. Let's get that one up, then to hear it, because that's probably important.
Yeah.
Let's go full screen. Let me know when to play.
Let's do it.
It's raining leads.
That's kind of
Who knows that song? Who knows that song?
Who in the stream right now, if I put a camera in your face and said go and gave you 60 seconds, would you be able to make an ad for whatever it is that you have? Let me get a yes or a no.
Yes or no? If we put a camera in your face right now, are you going to do it?
Some people yes, some people no.
They said yes.
All right, so Damien says he flop. All right, guys, I want you guys to practice this as soon as we hop off the stream. Like, this is one skill that's helped me make so much money and save so much time, is being okay with stuff not being perfect. As you can tell from that video, I shot it sitting in my car. I shot it in 58 seconds, and I took one take, and I was rushing. I had to go somewhere. And then I looked back at it later, and I was like, you know what? This is a really good video. I'm going to run with it. And we've split tested that against fancy produced stuff, you know, all these high quality ads, all these different angles and editing, all this stuff. And the 60-second smartphone video worked the best. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to try and reenact this from my memory and give you guys the quick pitch on group funnels and see what you like.
Let's get a round of applause.
Yeah.
303 in the chat. Light them up.
All right, guys. So it's raining leads. Right now, there are thousands and thousands of people going into Facebook groups every single day, and they're growing organically. That's one of the coolest things when you set up your group the right way. So I have a group of over 70,000 people, and I get hundreds of requests a day without paying for ads. If you set up a group too, you can get all those people coming in. But the problem is, once they all start coming in, you're going to have to start dealing with approving them and grabbing their emails from the welcome questions, copying and pasting. Even some people will screenshot those new emails coming in. Well, guess what? They never actually do anything with it. So what we created is something called group funnels, where all you have to do is press approve all of your filtered members, and they will go click, 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 click automatically, like dozens of them per minute. And it will just get all those people into your CRM, which means you have higher engagement with your group because you have another touch point for your audience. You can put them into a warm-up funnel, and guess what? A lot of your competitors are not doing this. So you have a huge advantage over everybody else in your space if you have that automatic touch point, if you have that another follow-up, because as much as I love Facebook, everybody's a victim of the algorithm, meaning you're not going to get your posts out to everybody. But if you have emails, if you have chatbots, if you have Facebook ads, you can increase those chances a ton, and that first step is getting them on the email. So if you use group funnels, that will make that whole process extremely seamless. All right.
Click up, click down, get your group funnels. Guys, and you know what's funny? Like, I can vouch for what he's saying because I did an event, I think it was last week. I spoke at Ryan Stewman's event, and I have one ad running right now for DashClicks. We haven't ran any ads. I started running one ad. It was about, I think, like 4 or 5 days ago. We started running just a remarketing ad because we had people coming to the website, and they weren't, some people, you know, not 100% convert, right? So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to follow them everywhere we go, right? So what I did was, when I was live at Ryan's event, I actually showed them how to shoot a video, just like Arne did right now. I went and I shot the video with it was like a puppet with a puppet.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. I can't show it here, but whatever. You'll probably see it if you go to the DashClicks website and exit out without registering, okay? Even though most of you are registered because DashClicks is awesome. However, that video basically will follow you, and I think we're getting like $3 a conversion right now on a remarketing on a video that I whipped out and did that in front of, like, I think it was like 50 people. I shot it live just as like a little dummy video, and I was like, screw it. It actually ended up being funny. I'm going to use it for an ad. So I actually want to do that again right now. I want to create a remarketing ad right now. I think we should do it.
Let's do it. Let's do two. So I got an idea.
Yes.
One, let's do one for DashClicks.
Perfect.
And then two, I want you guys to vote in the chat. Like, say anything, and we will sell it to you guys in an ad. We'll create an ad in less than 60 seconds. The most obscure thing that you guys can say, we'll make an ad for it, and we'll sell it.
Adult diapers. Jesus. Go in the chat. I'm going to shoot this video right now for DashClicks. It'll be less than a minute because I know I'm going to roll it over to Instagram and some other cool stuff.
Sell Chad's yellow Lambo. Toilet bowl brush. Somebody else says diapers. All right, what else, guys?
Diapers.
Anything besides diapers? So I did this exercise before with one of my buddies, And the thing we ended up selling was a auto diaper changer. So I don't know what's with you guys in diapers. You want to see some diapers ads? But I think we can do better than that.
What's wrong with this world? All right, I'm going to shoot this video. You want to jump in here with me?
Sure, let's do it. What are we selling?
We're going to sell DashClicks.
Let's do it.
All right. Guys, what are you doing? You just left the DashClicks website. I'm here with my good friend Arnie. We're actually shooting a live video in our studio right now. As you can see behind, it's videos like this that you get 100% for free when you sign up to DashClicks. So if you want, let's try this again, guys. Click the button above, click the button below, go and get your DashClicks account before it's too late. It's free forever. Go, click the button above, click the button below. Bye. Quick, that's a remarketing video that I'm going to use probably for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is, guys. That is how easy it is to shoot videos. So let's shoot another one with, okay, they said.
The Lambo.
Get hype. I can do that.
We could sell the Lambo.
You want to sell the Lambo? Who wants to sell a Lamborghini? All right, let's go. But what is our audience? So let's think about this real quick. So we can sell whatever we want, but we have to target a specific audience, right?
All right.
So who's the people that we're targeting? Are we targeting people who?
Let's see. Let's sell it to people who really want a Lambo and have no chance in hell of affording it.
Okay.
That could be a fun one.
That's going to be a fun one. All right. We're going to shoot 2 takes, okay? We're going to shoot 2 takes. We're going to shoot one where I do it, and then we're going to shoot one where Arnie does it. We're going to show you 2 different variations from 2 completely different minds. Is that cool? And we're both going to be on it. Are you ready? All right, so we're selling a Lamborghini to people who cannot afford a Lamborghini or do not want a Lamborghini, or they want a Lamborghini, they just can't afford it. All right, cool. This is, by the way, this is going to be another DashClicks remarketing video. All right? What are you doing? Don't you want a yellow Lamborghini? All you got to do is just go into DashClicks, right? You can get the group funnel software, open up a group really quick, funnel all of those leads inside of your actual CRM system, call them, close them, drop them into DashClicks for fulfillment, make $10K a month, and go buy a Lamborghini. That's all you got to do. How easy is that?
That's it,
It's
guys.
as easy as that. Go, click the button above, below, go, get out, go. Let's go. Chat
there we go.
it.
Yeah, so now it's we're not selling the Lamborghini, but we're selling the dream of the Lamborghini and then selling DashClicks.
Beautiful. double opt-in.
There we go.
Dude, that energy drink is serious.
4th monster of the day.
All right, you want to go? Let's go on yours.
All right, let's
that way
do
you
it.
can save it. You'll end up using it for everyone.
Yeah.
We're gonna. And by the way, for those of you guys, a lot of these people might be going to Funnel Hacking Live. So for those of you guys who are Funnel Hacking Live, me and Arnie are both going to geo-fence you like crazy. You're going to see us all day when you log into Facebook. All day.
That's the plan. That's the plan. So keep an eye out. Click on our stuff.
They're not going to have an option. You're going to see us on YouTube. You're going to see us on Facebook. You're going to see us everywhere, maybe even in your Insta messages. Who knows?
All right. Y'all ready for this Lambo number 2?
Let's do Lambo number 2, take 2.
What's up, guys? Arne Giske here. And if you guys want to get a awesome yellow Lambo and be as cool as Chad,
what?
You got to get DashClicks. Because, listen, guys, there's nobody out there in the world that has a yellow Lambo who isn't a DashClicks member. That's just facts.
Go!
So, we're going to be here working on some amazing content in the studio right now, helping you guys, because if you want to get a Lambo, you gotta get that knowledge, bro. You gotta knowledge up. You gotta earn that Lambo, get some DashClicks, grow your agency, and make it happen. All right, guys? Click below, check it out, and go earn that Lambo. Let's do it.
Go!
You're not a real internet marketer unless you have a Lambo.
What are you doing? Go get it, go! Click!
There we go.
Yeah, so guys, I don't think we're sitting here like randomly just doing videos. So the point of this, the point of this, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the comments here. The point of this, guys, is to just show you how easy it is, where if you can open an internet marketing company, you can open a digital marketing agency with this. This is literally all you need. You can whip out your phone. You can shoot a stupid video that's not professional. You're not hiring a 10K camera crew.
Yep.
You're whipping your phone out of your pocket. You're going like this. You're talking to the people who your target demographic is. You're speaking directly at them, and you're uploading that video to Facebook, and you're either running ads, you're putting it inside your group, you're putting it on your personal page, and you do that multiple times a day, guys. All you need is this. You need a phone. That's it. You don't need anything else. Some of you guys are probably like, oh my God, Chad and Arnie, I don't have $1,000 a day to run ads. You don't need $1,000 a day to run ads. You don't even need to run ads. No. All you got to do is just build value.
Yep.
I mean, how many people have you gotten to your group just by pure value, right?
Most of them.
Value, guys. Value, guys. I don't even think you can run ads to a group anymore, right?
Yes and no. There's some ways.
Well, share it with the people. How do you do it? How do you run ads without actually running ads to a Facebook group?
Awesome question. So first I want to kick it off, give you guys some background in case you don't know me. I'm Arne Giske. I run a group that's about 74,000 members. Maybe by the time you guys see this replay, we'll be at 80, 100, 300,000. Who knows? But I've been training people on how to grow and monetize groups for the last couple years. It's my specialty. It's my bread and butter. It's not my side hustle. So I'm your guy when it comes to this stuff. So first up, I'm going to answer that by saying never run ads directly to a group. A little bit counterintuitive. People say, oh, well, I want to speed up my group growth. I want to get things going. I want to run ads to my group. I want to pay to send people in. You know, it makes sense in practice, in theory, but in practice.
I wanted to do it, so.
Yeah, so we'll get that fixed. If you guys have money, you want to grow your group, you want to have more contact points. So, for example, one funnel I've done is a opt-in for a free PDF, and then in the PDF, at the very end, it links to the Facebook group. In the follow-up email sequence, guess where it links to? The Facebook group. In that follow-up email sequence, it also links to, or no, on the thank you page for that PDF, it links to a chatbot. Guess where that chatbot leads to? To the Facebook group. So you have to have multiple contact points when you are running your paid ads. I would never run directly to a group, and I would never run directly to just one channel like email. You want to immediately get them on something else like a chatbot, things like that. And on that note too, as soon as somebody opts into your funnel, what you want to do is you want to start running some retargeting ads to boost your credibility. You know, what's that one thing, like if you could say something to every possible person who is considering working with you, if you could say that message on autopilot, what would that be? I want that to be your guys' first exercise on this training. Somebody's thinking about working with you. What's the most important message that you have for them? What do you really want to portray? What about you? What about your experience, your results, your credibility, how you work, what kind of results you get? Think about that. Then guess what? Hold up your phone, make that video, start running retargeting ads for as low as $5 a day, and you will see a huge increase in clients. That's Get Clients Hack number 1, and we're going to be showing you guys a bunch of other stuff with organic posts as well. So if you guys are pumped, if you guys are going to put that to use, let me get a yes down in the chat, and I want to see you guys using it.
Drop a yes in the chat, or drop amazing, or drop sexy, or drop I can't wait to do this. Drop it all in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody took the sexy word.
Of course.
They always have to grab that one awkward word and just drop it right in the chat. Sexy. With an A. With an A. Guys, so the reason why we're talking to you about this is, once again, you do not need to be a millionaire to run ads. You do not even need to run ads. All you got to do is just build pure value. DashClicks was built off of pure value. We do lives like this for free. We're not charging you guys to watch us teach you stuff. This is completely free so we can educate you, and you guys will keep coming back. So that's just a pure example of just value. Just give your audience value. Whether you're targeting people, you know, whether you're an agency, right, and you're targeting, I don't know, plumbers, right? Maybe you're a plumber, maybe you're awesome in that space. Show them how to, I don't know, pick shit out of a toilet efficiently without, you know, wasting a lot of time. Show them how to do something of pure value, okay, guys? Whether you're, you know, maybe like a personal trainer, go out and show somebody how to actually lose weight doing these 10 crazy push-up ideas, right? 10 sets of push-ups and you lose 300 pounds in 2 minutes, just like all of the weight loss commercials. Gil, can we hit the GoPro? Hit the GoPro for me, Carlos. Gil's in the back like, I took that course. Gil, put your hand up, Gil.
I took it.
Gil took the course. How to lose weight in 3 minutes by doing 6 push-ups. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right. So let's see. I want to think of one of the most important things to start out with is a very good tip for you guys. I think it's this one. One of my most important social media tips is try not to be boring as shit. Here's the thing. I'm a marketer. You're a marketer. We all have stuff we want to grow, promote, and everybody's using social media to do it. The problem is every single person I see is an agency carbon copy. They are not standing out as a personal brand. They're not telling stories. They're not showing their personal lives. They have no good results to share, or they don't know how to share them. I want you guys to be able to stand out, use your voice, use your experience, really lean on the stuff that you've done in the past, and let people know. Be proud about those results. And don't be boring as shit, or else you will fade into the background with everybody else in the space. Yeah. You will look like every other person that says, I'm a digital marketing consultant, and no one will care about you because they can't tell you apart from anybody else.
How many times have you seen people, and I see it all the time, who wants a free consultation? Does anybody want a free consultation? Guys, a free consultation is dead. It doesn't exist anymore. Nobody wants a free consultation because everybody is giving away free consultations.
Yep.
Think outside of the box. Do something else.
Oh, on that note too, I got a really cool lead gen post that you guys can take and run with today. That so I was hanging out with one of my friends last week, and I was doing like a private training for my student group for my course, and she was just in the background listening to me doing the stream, and she's like, "Oh, that was really good. I made that post." I was like, "Oh, cool. You know, good luck. Let me know how it goes." And then the next week, she had booked up over a dozen discovery calls, and the week following that, she had closed over $5K in new recurring revenue. So I'm going to show you that. It's a cool take on the, you know, free discovery call kind of thing, but it actually makes people want to get on the phone with you. So that'll be a good one as well. All right. So let's see. What's some other cool stuff that I want to show you guys? Who wants to see some posts on getting high ticket clients that have been super amazing and just crushing it with me? So I'm going to show you guys one that helped me between 2 posts. We ended up with 55 leads that turned into 35 long form applications, like long form. And that ended up in about half of those me declining immediately. The other half I got on calls, and about out of half of them, we got 10 new high ticket clients and partnerships that I'm super excited about. So with just these 2 posts, that brought me all that business. And I want to show you guys the post, but I want to give you guys the disclaimer, okay? This is something that I've been doing for a couple of years. I built up a network. I built up trust. I put out all kinds of posts and, you know, had these calls and relationships and media features, all this stuff to build my case so that when I do make a post like this, I get dozens of people wanting to work with me. So this is something that you can start doing today, but don't expect that you'll get, you know, 55 leads off of 1 post immediately. But if you get 3, that's awesome. That's a great start, and it will get you going. So here's what I did in this post. So I said I have a goal to do more performance-based marketing projects in 2019. That means I help run your launches and marketing and only get paid when you get paid a lot more than that. This would be for people who have a proven offer that sold 10K plus, audience of 1K plus relevant people, great reviews, raving fans, and proven results. So I'm going to just hit pause real quick on this and explain some of this. So the first thing you want to do when you're making a post like this for generating leads, talking to people, is set the stage. What you got to realize is when somebody is scrolling through Facebook, you have to take them out of everything else they're doing and put them into your story, your situation, your post. And for this one, the situation is, hey, I'm going to be doing more performance-based marketing. Next up, you have to do a qualifier. So if you're running Facebook ads, you want to put the qualifier even closer to the top. And what I did here was I made this specific for one type of person. And if they feel like they're in that category, they're going to keep reading, they're going to keep being engaged. If they're not, then they're not. That's fine. I'm just trying to reach those people. So then I say, if that's you, I may be able to help you make a few $100,000 extra next year with no money down up front. Interested, drop a comment. So that is like, I could have just left the post at that and shut it off. So a couple of other things to note with this, guys, is most marketing agencies, they don't want to do performance-based. They don't want to do no money down. I totally get that, but this style can still be used without that exact type of wording. Just take some inspiration from it. Say, you know, let's say if you do stuff for gyms, you could say, I have a goal to help 100 gyms, you know, get fully booked or double their membership in the next year. This is for gyms who have blah, 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 blah. If that's you, I may be able to help you out. Drop a comment and let's chat. And it can literally be that simple. So you don't have to worry about all the other stuff down there, but let's take a look. So what else did I even put in here? All right, so then I said I also partnered up with another company to help fulfill some of this so my bandwidth isn't as limited as it used to be, one launch client at a time. So that kind of shows some of the exclusivity of it in the past of, hey, you know, we don't do this for everybody. And then I have to jump in. Here's super important, guys, is showing off the results. I said past clients have done as much as 180K in a week with a launch, no less than 40K. We're looking for long-term partnerships, not just one-off projects. Perfect for course creators and coaches. So once again, you got to flex the results a little bit. If you have a cool case study, if you have a cool result, you want to go ahead and show that off so people know you're the real deal, not just another carbon copy marketer who just took the course and has no real results.
And is trying to give a free consultation.
Yeah.
No more free consultations.
No mas. So also note that line about perfect for course creators and coaches. That was one more little filter I had because I started getting more comments from people who had service-based business or local business or e-com or all this stuff, and I didn't want to work with them. So I edited it and I put that in there. So last one, if that's you and you want a few extra zeros in your bank next year, let me know and we'll see if it's a good fit. Only taking the best of the best. Let's blow up your business in 2019.
I'll take it.
There we go.
I'll take it. One client, boom, right here.
Yeah. So as you can see, we got 67 likes, 47 comments, one share off that one, and that was one of the 2 posts that helped me generate those 55 leads, turned into 35 apps. About half of those turned into phone calls, and then another half of those closed as clients. So I want to hear from you guys real quick. I want to hear some feedback on why you think this post works so well. So go ahead, drop a comment. Let me know. Share your thoughts. I don't want you guys just being observers. I want you guys to be critical thinkers and sharing your feedback. So why do you think it works so well? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, best comment right now gets a swag bag. Arnie will get to pick who the best comment is. Drop it in. Why do you think that this post works so well? Drop it in the chat. Go.
That's a good answer. So Antonio says they trust you already. The qualifiers are so important, I think, because you are so precise. Yes, those are good. Value, qualifies, authority, laser targeted, speaking to a very specific audience. All right, what else, guys? You have targeted your perfect client, you spoke to them, gave them numbers and scarcity. Results and exclusivity. Nice. Yeah, and all of this stuff is good. And the risk-free, that definitely gets a lot of attention for sure. So I want to give you guys some inspiration and a warning for doing any kind of no money down, risk-free stuff is, first up, you have to be very skilled in what you do, have proven results, or else you don't want to risk your time with no money down up front, any kind of percent splits. Like so before I used to do more, traditional agency stuff like copywriting and funnels and all that, and I would never do performance-based marketing. It wasn't until, we started getting these crazy launch numbers on the board where, so that 180K launch, I got a funny story for you guys on that one. So I got approached by my friend. She was running her launch and she was not happy with her launch numbers. She was getting a few sales in, but normally it would be a lot higher. So she said, Arne, I want your help on this launch. I know it's kind of last minute, it's down to the wire, but I really think you can come in and deliver some value for us, boost up these numbers. So I took a look, and this was a women's personal style course. This wasn't internet marketing, this wasn't anything. I don't know much about women's personal style, let alone men's personal style, but I ran this launch process, and I went through, and I set up a contract with her. We said, okay, if we get X amount of students, you'll pay this amount. That means I didn't do my job that well, and that's nothing special. And then we said, all right, if we get X to X amount of new students for you, that will be like my normal base rate if you just hire me outright to write this copy for you and help you run the strategy. And then we had like a bonus offer where we said, okay, if we get more than 20 students in your program for this launch, then we get a boost. You guys pay the top dollar, the bonus. And that 20 plus would have been, I think it was like a 30 grand launch for her, something like that. It was $1,500 price point, and we wanted at least 20 more in. She ended up getting 120 people in. Jeez. And making on her 180 grand. So that was the time where I should have done percentage. I was
Who
dying.
wants to do like a 180K launch?
Right?
Can I get like a 300? 300 in the chat if you want to do a 180K launch right now.
Yes, and so once you guys start to understand your skills and figure out who can really benefit from them the most, that's when you can start doing more performance-based marketing, really invest your time, and don't do that if you're struggling for cash. Because guys, like I'm taking on some of these people, I'm working with them for 2 to 4 months before I get a payout, and then it's big. So if you're hurting for cash, just charge retainers, get going, but you can move to performance-based stuff later on. All right, so let's see. that was that post. What else do we want to get into?
You know what we can do? Who do you think dropped the best comment here? Let's send them a swag bag. They trust you. I love your qualifiers, Roz said. Philip said values, qualifies, and authority. Eric said laser targeted. Drewby said speaking to a very specific audience. Pierre said you have targeted your perfect client. You spoke to them and you already gave them numbers and scarcity.
I'm gonna go with Pierre right there. So Pierre can get the swag bag.
Boom.
And I want to retouch on that one real quick. Why do you guys think I picked that one? Let me know. So you have targeted your perfect client. You spoke to them and you gave them numbers and scarcity. So I used to be the kind of like everything agency, which I'm sure a lot of you guys might be, where you offer this, that, and the third, and you don't specialize, you don't know your ideal client, you don't have your workflows down, and it sucks because you're probably not making 10K a month yet. But the more you skill up, the more you kind of figure out where you can fit and where your strengths really lie and who can benefit from them the most. That is why that laser targeted post got me very high quality people who is going to be creating a lot of profitable relationships with. So I want you guys to think on that too. There's your exercise. How can you go 1 or 2 or 3 steps deeper on who you want to serve, and also who you can charge more for what you have? So I got another story for you guys on that one too. So I used to do a lot of email marketing for e-commerce. So I would run these campaigns, I would set up split tests, I would go in and do the tech and press the buttons and do the abandoned cart stuff. And I would only be charging these stores like a couple of $100s for like decent sized campaign. Put a lot of hours in, a lot of research, a lot of writing, and then actually set up the tech to do it. Only a few $100 because I was working with these stores that only had maybe 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 people on their email list. So no matter how good I did, they couldn't make that much money and still have these hot margins. And then one time I was using guru.com to get some clients, and I came across these people and I gave him a pitch, and out of like 50 applicants, he hit me up and said, hey, you really stood out. I really like your style. Let's chat further. So I talked to him, and I found out they had a store with 90,000 people on their email list. So I was like, I could literally just send out a link and say, buy this, and they would make a huge ROI. So I decided to 10x my rates for that client. And that changed my perception of value, my perception of pricing forever after that. Once you have a shift like that in your business, you figure out who can really benefit the most from your talents and your skills. You will never fall backwards on that unless you were like seriously hurting for cash. You just keep looking for more of those types of people. So naturally, my clientele all improved, all started paying me more, and helped me really scale up and get out of that hustle struggle mode. So I want you guys to do that as well. So take a look at that and see who can really benefit from what you have the most, and who you can charge a lot more for the same exact thing. Like that campaign was the same as the other ones.
And just also to kind of piggyback of what he's saying, so a lot of these guys also, they might be awesome salespeople, but they might not know how to actually fulfill in the back end. So like the stuff that he's telling you, just go out and create these posts. He's going to show you some other posts that he's done. But guys, you can use DashClicks.com to fulfill all those orders. So we can actually go out and we can send those Facebook ad campaigns to funnels and to traffic and run remarketing campaigns and do the Google ads and do all that stuff. So you don't need to have a full fulfillment team. You don't need to have a full staff. You can simply just go to DashClicks.com after you get the client, drop them in, and you're done. That's how simple we're making it, right? So you can go ahead and continue. Arne, I know Arne's got a lot of cool stuff up his sleeve he's going to show you guys.
All right. Some more posts, more important stuff, and some more cool stories. Let's see what else we got. So first up, if you guys found this lead gen post helpful, let me get a yes in the comments. I want you guys to
drop it in.
If you guys are on the replay, hit pause, take a look back at this, and see how you can recreate it for your own business, because this will work if you have targeted people on your
I'm going to scroll up just so you can see it one more time, guys. So this is what it is.
All right, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, so here was a similar variation of this. Was the second post where we got the rest of the leads. This was a shorter version. It just says, do you know anyone with a large audience that wants to create a 6-figure flagship online course in 2019 or increase current course sales? So this was speaking to friend of a friend. So if you know someone that is blank, we can tag them below. And we got a lot of people referring their friends in. So this doesn't mean my reach is limited to my friends list. It means all of my friends list has big networks. So I was tapping into all that with just the headline. So I said, we're reviewing some of the partner program applications this week. We'd love to see who else we can help crush this within 6 months or less. So there's also a good hook and promise of, hey, we want to make you a 6-figure course within the next 6 months. People are like, oh, really? And then, you know, results drop again. Past launch clients have done between 40 to 180K in a week and built out a raving fan base that buys all of their stuff. Who doesn't want that, you know?
Guys, screenshot this now.
Yeah.
Screenshot this now, guys. We might put this one in the vault.
Yes.
We might chop this out and put it in the vault. You will never see it again. Screenshot it now while you can.
Screenshot it. All right. And then my line that's not specific to everybody else was it's performance-based compensation. So we only make money if you make a lot more. Hit me up if you're interested. You know, basic call to action. And then we said, so far, only about 20% of the applications will be invited to a call for next steps. We aren't taking just anyone, only those in the position to win big with us with our support. Let me know. So that was also another exclusivity qualifier. Like really, truly, we're getting a lot of these applications thinking, yeah, no, they're not ready to rock. Let's get the best in here. So people, especially when you have more authority and more audience and more people coming in, you can be very serious about, you know, your screening and your applications. And it's not just a tactic to get people to think you're being legit. It's you saving yourself from future headache of bad clients. So always keep that in mind. The more authority you have, the more audience you have, the more in depth and the more complicated you can make your application has a really good qualifier for who you want to work with. But if you're more starting out, make it shorter, make it easier, make it simple for people to click through, book a call with you, and start working with you. So let me know what you thought about this post versus the other one. So this one had about half of the engagement as the other one. Why do you guys think that is? I'm curious.
Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Why do you think that is? And also to piggyback again off of what you just said about the whole authority thing, we had a whole, for those of you guys that were in episode 8 yesterday with Ryan Stewman jumped on for an hour and talked to you guys about how to actually go out and build authority and make power moves. So tying this whole thing in, like Arne just said, if you have power, right? If you have the authority, if you're a figure in your industry or in your space where people look up to you and they listen to and they look for you for advice, when you start posting stuff like this, you start like 10xing your results, right? So like go out and build that authority while you're doing stuff like this. Go make those power moves, right?
And also a quick note on this one, guys. A lot of people say, okay, Arne, but I haven't been around as long as you. I don't have you know, a bunch of people on my friends list. I don't have a bunch of followers. I don't have a big group. I don't have big crazy results like you. What do I do? That's okay. You think I started with all this stuff too? I did the same thing everybody did, but I just did it kind of on accident first. I started networking on all these different Facebook groups, chatting with people, showing up, really being a part of the community, not just doing it as a strategy, but doing it because I was really just doing it. I was building relationships with people in the space, and you can go in any Facebook group in the world, you can go in there, and you can start conversations, you can add comments, you can add value, you can add these people as friends, and guess what? They're going to start seeing everything you post. So always be very aware of all the stuff you're putting on your personal profile, because I use this in tandem with my group, with my chatbot, with my ads, with my email, all this stuff. And your personal profile is one of the best pieces of marketing real estate that you own, and it's something that's very long term. So always think about that, and think about what you're posting and how that really portrays you and your brand. Don't just share everybody else's stuff all the time.
Yeah, are you guys seeing a pattern here? Because same thing yesterday what we spoke about, right? Going out and building that authority, building that powerhouse, and starting from zero, going into actual Facebook groups. That was like one of the main topics yesterday in the conversation. I'm so happy you brought that up again. Just to put like a stamp of approval. Like all the guests that keep coming on, they keep saying the same thing: value, value, value. Go to the Facebook group, start posting, answer people's questions, help them. They will go and become friends with you. Start building a network of people, guys. I did the same thing as you. I had 0 followers, right? You can go follow me on Chad Kodary, at Chad Kodary on Instagram. You can go friend request me, guys, on Facebook. Go follow my Facebook page, Chad Kodary. Same thing with Arne. What's your profiles? If you want to go and you actually want to follow him too, you can go and you can do that. That's how you build authority, right? Do stuff like this. Build authority, build power, guys.
And repeat and consistency, guys. Because like when I first kind of got on the online scene, I thought, all right, you know, so I was selling agency services. I was brokering stuff, kind of like a lot of you guys are. So I'd have other people fulfill the stuff, and I would go out and sell it. But I realized I didn't have any reason to go online and have people looking at me and follow me. So I thought, all right, how can I build an audience? How can I build this this brand and this authority without having these big crazy results myself? And what I decided to do was start a podcast. So I started a podcast, and I started interviewing all these people, and I boosted up this audience, and I was getting all these amazing guests on. I was getting more and more downloads, and it just let me step into the space and show up with a bunch of value, even though it wasn't directly for me. It was for my guests. But then later on, I started learning more. I started doing more stuff with my business, and naturally that evolved into me making some offers, making some groups, and it just kind of skyrocketed from there. So honestly, one of the easiest ways to do it is by starting a podcast or starting a Facebook group, and just start interviewing people in your space. And it will catch traction, it will build, and it will make it so much easier for you to have people paying attention to you and getting real value from what you do, even if you're not super experienced or super talented.
100%, man. What's going on, Daxie? We just had Daxie come in the building. Yeah. Come on in, Daxie. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it in. Daxie, come introduce yourself.
Podcast, man.
Can we hit the GoPro? What's up, brother?
Oh, there's a delay on here?
Welcome on here. Welcome on here.
Nice, man.
What's going on? Daxie's in the building. Daxie, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
I help people blow up their podcasts, pretty much. Launch people's podcasts with monthly production, distribution, and get famous. Yep.
And if they want to find you, how can they find you, Daxie?
Facebook. Daxie. There's only one Daxie.
There's only one Daxie in the world. Just go type in DAXY. One Daxie, you will find him.
It's like I said, podcast, and he's like, yep.
It was perfect timing. All right, I'll let you guys get back to it.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, so let me know what you guys think so far about all that last chunk, about building a network, building a podcast group, whatever it is. And don't get too overwhelmed, guys. We're going to show you guys a bunch of stuff that you guys can do today. I want you guys to pick like 3 things that you can do in the next week and 1 big thing you can do out of the stream for today, because we want to help the action takers. So let's get into the next one. Let's see what we got
Let's
going.
do it. Let's do it. Guys, hold on. You know what? Wait. Hold on. Don't flip it yet. Don't flip it yet. Let's flip right back. Boom. Guys, we need some love. If you are on social media, hit the like button. Hit the share button. Tag your friends. Tag your lovers. Tag your family members. Tag everybody you know. Let's go, guys. If you're here in this chat, if you're in any chat in the world, drop in a 454. Right now, let's get me and Arnie pumped up, or we are not going to continue. We're going to take a little coffee break, and we're going to come back maybe in a half hour if we don't get some love.
Yeah.
Let's go. 554 in the chat right now. Let's go.
All right, so far I showed you guys the 2 posts that generated 55 high-ticket leads, turned into 35 applications. You know what? I got another cool thing for you guys. This will have to be a gift for probably after the stream, but I have this little swipe file of everybody who has ever said interested in any of those posts. I take them through this follow-up sequence over Facebook Messenger. That's how you turn 55 comment leads into 35 long-form application. It has a follow-up. If they said, yeah, I'm curious. Okay, cool. Can you fill out the app? Yeah, let's do it. And then they don't, we got a follow-up for that. No matter what situation, it's like manual retargeting, and it's one-on-one. And you can do this obviously without ads. This is like the comment to PM to application to phone call to close. And I'll give you guys those follow-up swipes as well. So we'll make sure to put that in the description somewhere.
Yeah, we can drop it in.
That'll help you guys out a ton.
I will drop it in for those of you guys who are in the Marketers Mindset group, which is probably most of you. I'll drop a link in there, and then you can download those swipe files. Arnie will give it to me after the show.
Yep, that'll be a good one. Because a lot of times people fall off, they forget, whatever. And one of them is just like, I was really surprised at one of the responses of them. It was just like, something like, hey, I know you were interested in this thing. Did you get a chance to fill it out yet? And they're like, oh, no, I'll do that right now, for like 70% of the people. So it's not like they don't want to work with you. It's just they forgot. So
people are busy, man. And what are you, just a quick question, because I want to know too, because I want to start doing this for DashClicks. So what are you doing? Are you running Facebook, or not even, you're posting something like this, right?
Yep.
And then if they comment, do you have like a ManyChat bot that's like automatically like on a comment, you're manually sending them the links?
Yep.
Look, you don't even need software, guys. Just need a brain. That's all you got to do. Just go out and do it. That's how easy it is. Look, 30 people left a comment, which basically means Arnie went out and sent 30 people a link to fill out an application.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer, guys. Even if you get 50% of the people to fill out the application out of 30 people, that's 15 more people than you had yesterday. And this was all, how long do you think it took you from the day you posted to get those 30 comments?
Probably a day or 2.
That's it. 24 to 48 hours, guys. Look how simple that is.
Yep.
24 to 48 hours. All right, let's continue.
All right, so there's those 2. Let's see, we got a whole bunch of other different things in here. All right, so this is a post style where I actually use this to get client leads for one of my team members. So all of my team members are amazing and they're awesome, and when they're being extra amazing and awesome, I give them shout outs that's directly pointed at landing them clients. So this is something you can do. If your clients are awesome too, and they're getting great results, you can ask them to post something like this. You could write it for them and have them post something like this. So what I did on this one is I had to make my team members' service a big shiny object and make everybody understand how important it is. So this is my buddy AJ, and he does my content distribution. So, you know, Gary Vee style, taking a live stream, taking a post, plastering it all over the place, putting it on YouTube, podcast, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that stuff. He does that, and he does an amazing job. So I could just go on and say, AJ's awesome, he's distributing my content, it's really cool, you guys should hire him. And people be like, oh, okay. Or you can do a post like this where you really have to create a shiny object out of whatever it is that you're doing. And this doesn't have to be a shout out post. You can create your own shiny object post. So what I did here, as I said, digital marketing is changing fast. 2019 is going to blindside people who aren't ready. So people are going to be like, whoa, why? What's going on? What's happening in 2019? So, you know, catchy headline right there. Ad costs going up, organic reach getting tighter on almost all platforms, too much noise. Full write-up on this coming soon, but for now, read this. You have to figure out how to stand out in a unique way and connect with your audience how they want, not how you want to produce content and market. So that was a pre-setup for the content distribution service, because it's understanding that, oh, just because I like to do live stream doesn't mean everybody wants to watch a live stream. So I had to create it in different ways that other people like. So the ability to listen to your audience, give them what they want, and in the format and platform they want is going to be a key differentiator in people who are doing well online versus those who are thriving and building a long-term brand. So once again, kind of building the case for why you have to be in different places. And now I start introducing the problem of it a little bit more. So I said a lot of people are going to struggle with this. And this is where some people are going to identify with this. I started telling the story of, okay, I know I did. When I got started online, I made a bunch of social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, blog, podcast, Facebook group, Medium, and I was flopping around and getting no results. So there's a lot of people probably doing something similar. They're like, yeah, I'm kind of flopping around and getting no results. This sucks. Trying to be everywhere instead of focusing. That changed, and for the last 2 years, I focused mostly on my group because that's all I had time for. That blew up to over 70K members, but I knew I was missing out on these other channels. So once again, kind of creating that FOMO, creating that shiny object of what the opportunity is to come. So going into 2019, it's never been more important to diversify your social media. But I was stuck. I knew the importance, but I had no bandwidth or skill sets to redistribute all the content I created over time. So can you guys see how every single line of this is targeted to push people towards wanting the thing? Yeah. You know? Hundreds of videos, thousands of posts, all sitting in folders in my Facebook group, my timeline, posted once, not used again. What a waste, right? And that right there is a qualifier for my buddy AJ's ideal clients. Very low key one. So he wants to work with influencers who have a lot of content and don't redistribute. So if you don't resonate with that line, if you don't have a bunch of content sitting around, you don't care as much anymore. But that's okay, because that's not who we're talking to. So from there, I say, so I knew it was time to step up and start getting on more social platforms. I hired AJ as my content manager. So this is the shift. This is here's all the different problems, here's all the different qualifiers, what I was going through, what I was feeling, and then this comes the solution time. So the solution was hiring AJ. Relaunch the podcast with zero time for me, just repurposing live streams. Launch on YouTube, also zero time. Get on Twitter, and got over 150 leads. Now that's over, I think, 600 or 700 organic Twitter, just stuff on repeat. It's crazy. Get on LinkedIn daily with over 10,000 impressions. By now, that's like over 50,000 in the last couple months. The immediate ROI has been at least 5 to 10x. The long-term ROI will be even bigger. It's amazing.
Whoa, who's that guy?
Who's that?
Who's that guy? I don't want to create an account. Jesus, what are we doing here? Carlos, what's going on here?
Yeah, who uses Facebook anyways?
Was this it? I think this is it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, am I going too fast?
All right, I'll keep going.
Go. Screenshots, people, screenshots.
Yes,
I think there's like
ones.
a thing.
Right.
There's like a thing. There's like this thing.
It's like too far.
All right, there we go.
Let's see.
Too far. I think the second we swipe up, all right, we'll get sneaky on you, Facebook, before.
Maybe. Okay, cool. So I say immediate ROI, at least 5 to 10x. Long-term ROI will be even bigger, because that's obviously the business owner's main concern. Okay, if I hire AJ, is it going to be worth it? Yes, you have a good ROI. He's been great learning how to repurpose things, distribute it in a way that my audience enjoys. Also brings in leads and sales. We even built out processes for each piece, so it's streamlined and replicable recipe now. You know, 2019, this is a key strategy. So you can do all this yourself, have a team member learn this whole system, or you can just hire AJ, who I trust with this entire process. What sounds easiest? So once again, all signs pointing to the best option is to just hire AJ. So you guys can think about that for you and your offers too. You can lay out all the other alternatives of, hey, you know, you could try to figure out your own marketing, but are you a marketer? You could try and, you know, hire somebody overseas, but you really think they know what you're doing? Or would you rather go with a seasoned professional who's
like
done
DashClicks.
X, Y, and Z, like DashClicks, and you know, do that instead. So always think about how you can make your option the easiest, the best, and the best looking, but don't compete on price, guys, because that's just a race to the bottom. You want to compete on value and how you can communicate what you do. So let's see. So I said, okay, he's opening up 3 more spaces for this service in January with pretty favorable rates for a 3 or 6 month contract too. No bullshit, any more than that, new clients, and he'd be overloaded. So a little bit of scarcity, also pre-framing on the deal that they're going to be offered a 3 or 6 month contract, favorable rates too. And then I said, with my network, I'm pretty sure these spots will be gone by like tomorrow. So once again, urgency, getting people to speak up and get them to speak up right now, because if they don't, they're going to miss out on that. So if you're an influencer with tons of content, goal to redistribute more, and you're ready for massive omnipresence without the headache or time suck of doing it yourself, do me a favor and leave a comment saying, AJ, make me famous, and he'll hit you up with some details. Honestly, you really can't afford not to do it. And then I just added this little random picture of me and AJ and some friends at dinner, and it's just like, this guy runs my social media. Just an attention grabber. I found that in like 2 minutes. So
look at that. Look at it.
Yeah, 47 likes, 15 comments, and since then he's been able to land at least 5 clients from conversations starting from this post, and that's pretty crazy, right? So always think about how you can make yourself the shiny object and repeat that message over and over again. Why your thing is the best. You know, if you are, you know, selling chatbots, why is chatbots so cool? If you're selling podcast stuff, why is podcasting so cool? What makes it different from all the other stuff out there? And not just competing with other people who are selling the same thing, but beating all the other opportunities you guys have. So, you know, this stream, we're talking about Facebook posts and how we showed all the cool different ways you guys can use this. There's a million different ways to do it. We could make this about anything, and we could make it shiny, we could make it interesting, we could make you want to do it and be a part of it. So, what are you selling? How are you going to make it interesting? Leave a comment, guys. Let me know what's the most interesting thing about your offer. Like, make it so shiny that I want to like message you right now and buy it. Let me hear it, guys.
Drop it in the comments below, people. Drop it in the comments below.
Let's hear it, guys. If you can't think of like what's just one tiny little awesome fact about what you have to sell. If you can't think about that, we can't help you that much. You guys got to show. You guys got to be creative.
There we go. So Carrie says changing your story can increase your gross revenue 65%, 300%, or even 800%. Is that what you're looking for? Good. Nice. Daniel said, as a beginner with no testimonials, what would be your shiny offer? I think
that's a good question. So I get that from people sometimes. What you have to rely on there is not so much about your past results, but what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the space. So, for example, like if I wanted to help people in something with digital marketing or something like that, or Facebook, I could say, hey, guess what? There's 2 billion monthly active users on Facebook right now. If you think your customers are not on there, you are crazy. I can show you, here's 150,000 people in your area that fit your criteria of male, 25 to 35, also interested in fitness, whatever it is. And you can do these little demos to showing people like, hey, I can get you in front of all these people. Like that would be like for a Facebook ads kind of pitch. You could do something like that. Like I would probably make like one pitch for like a certain area, and then I would just hit up a bunch of those target businesses. You can do a little video, say, hey, I'm checking out some marketing right now. I see we have over 200,000 people that fit your criteria for a gym or whatever it is, and I want to send them to you or some other gym owner. Like if you want that to be you, respond. Let me know. Hit me up.
Can I borrow that for 1 sec?
Yeah, get in there.
Because Dave right now said, can I turn $1 into $5 or more with Facebook advertising? I get a lot of the same questions, so I'm going to whip out the whiteboard. Carlos, can we go P&P real quick? $1, you want to turn that, let's say, into $5, which means essentially you have like a 5 times ROI, or whatever, ROA, whatever the hell you want to call it. Essentially, you can do this, but I think where a lot of people are misunderstanding is they think that they're going to drop in this $1 and tomorrow they're going to start making $5. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And we have a lot of people inside of DashClicks where they have clients and they drop in their clients and they're like, Jesus, I'm going to drop in $100 and tomorrow I'm going to have $1 million in my bank account and that's going to happen and then that's what DashClicks is all about. No, unfortunately, it's not because we are realistic people. Right? So we need to set realistic expectations, guys. And I'm going to go through that with you really quick on this Whiteboard Saturday tutorial. Okay? So if you want to turn $1 into $5, you need to have a strategy. Okay? You can't just drop in $1 and turn it into $5. It doesn't work like that, right? You need to figure out how valuable you can make this $1. Okay? And not only that, what you need to do is set a budget. So if your budget for yourself is 1,000 doll hairs per month, okay? What am I going to get out of that 1,000 doll hairs? What am I going to get out of it? They're all looking at me, Carlos. Damn it, Carlos, where are you? I need to hit the GoPro. Guys, what am I going to do with 1,000 doll hairs? Does anybody know what I'm going to do? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. If you had $1,000 right now in your bank account, you're like, boom, I'm going to start putting it into some advertising. What am I going to do with 1K? I'll run some Facebook ads, right? That'd be nice. I'll take my money and I'll give it to Mark Zuckerberg, okay? But you need to have a strategy. And you know what, guys? It happens where a lot of the times you put in $1,000 and you make $0. It happens. Because all of you guys want instant results. You want instant gratification. You want to put in $1,000 today and get back $1 million tomorrow. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need to put $1,000 and then have an actual bot with a sequence, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all you guys, you're like, I want to make my money right here. Unfortunately, you can't make your money right there. It depends on what you're selling, right? Maybe if it's like e-commerce and you're selling t-shirts and stuff like that, maybe you can make money like that. But a lot of you guys are like, even if you're trying to sell like courses, because now a lot of people are selling courses, right? They're like, geez, I'm going to send somebody to my funnel. They're going to watch my video and pay me $9.97 for my course right now. Probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen on an opt-in funnel, a two-step opt-in funnel. Unrealistic, right? You need to get them on an email list. Okay, send them value here, value here, value here, value here, value here, and maybe on one of these they might convert. They might become a conversion on one of these. But that doesn't mean that you're going to make that here. But what's going to happen is you spent 1,000 doll hairs and you gave that to Mark Zuckerberg, and now you have an email list because you're getting $3 opt-ins, and I don't know how much that is. What's 3 divided by 1,000? Somebody who's a mathematician here. 3. Is it 33? Oh, come on, all of you. What is 1,000 divided by 3? Drop it in the chat. You get a swag bag. Go. 333. Drewby, you're not getting anything because you already got like 10. Drewby, okay, Drewby said 333. Great, guys. I spent 1,000 doll hairs, okay, and I dropped 333 people into a sequence, and now I'm sending them emails, and I'm sending them chatbots, and they're joining my Facebook group, and look at all this value that I'm building for 1K. And then really, what do I got to do? What do I got to do here, guys? How much am I selling my course for? How much am I selling my course for? $9.97, right? So for all of you course guys, $9.97. How many courses do I need to sell to make my $1,000 back? Trick question. Who knows the answer? Drop it in the chat. 1. I need 1 sale. But that 1 sale might not happen right away. But you're going to have 333 people on your list. And then you're going to have a remarketing campaign that you're going to run, and you're going to get $2 opt-ins. Because maybe not out of the 500 people that visited, 333 opted in, but 200 and something didn't, or 100 and something, I'm not a mathematician, they're going to be on your remarketing list, right? And I'm showing you guys this because whether you're selling courses, or whether you're selling funnels, or whether you're selling free consultations, or whether you're selling e-commerce, or group funnels, or DashClicks, or whatever it is that you're selling, do not expect immediate results. Because that's the way that you drive yourself out of the business. Because people are launching ads, they're creating stuff, and then they run it for like 2 days, and they spent like 3 months creating all this content, and they press play like, oh, I done spent $4 and I didn't get any leads, I'm shutting this off and I give up. That's it, I'm done. I am done. Guys, give it some time. Come up with a master plan, give it some time. I wanted to throw that in there and let some of my energy out. I'll let you continue, sir.
All right. And let me know what you guys learned from that one too, because like that's such an important concept, and not just paid advertising, but in social media stuff too. Where some of you guys, you might watch the stream today, you're gonna go and you're gonna work on a post, you're gonna post it up, and then nobody's gonna respond. You're not gonna get any clients. You're gonna say, man, that Arne guy's full of shit. You know?
One time and I'm done. I'm done after the one.
You're gonna try it one time. It's not gonna work, and you're gonna wonder like, what's wrong with it? Is it the post? Is it this? Is it that? Chances are you probably just haven't posted enough. You might not have the right connections, but consistency is what's gonna get you guys across the finish line. Okay? So if you're building an audience on social media, no one's gonna pay attention to you for a while. That's totally okay. Like I had 4 failed Facebook groups before I had the 5th one and blew that up to over 70K members. Crashed and burned, wasted my time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I figured it out. I stuck with it. I committed. I showed up every day for my people, and you guys have to too. So I'm gonna show you guys some of these other posts of some cool ways that you guys can make some money and get some clients. Let's see what else I got here. So we showed that one. All right. So I'll just give you guys a real quick recap. I just wanted to give you guys quick lessons on some of this. We don't have to go through this whole post, but what I did in this post was I talked about some of my longer term goals and my vision and how you know, what I do really empowers leaders and helps them build community and all that stuff. So I want you guys to not only share what's cool about your personal life, what's going on in your business, but I want you guys to share your vision, because if you can get people to buy into your vision and remember that, they're never going to forget you. So make sure to always communicate that, you know, at least once every couple of weeks. Go live, talk about your mission, talk about your vision, and your people will create an even deeper connection with what you have to say, where you're going, and they will want to support you in that vision. I got so much support off of this post. Like opened up a whole new network, because you know right now I do Facebook groups for entrepreneurs. My program's called Groups for Profit, but I have a big goal to move a lot of my digital marketing experience and do that in the nonprofit space. So I let everybody know about that for the first time. They're like, that's awesome. You should totally do that. I got all these connections for you. I got this, I got that. And it just opened up the doors for me like crazy. So I want you guys to think about how you can share your vision. And it's just so cool how once you have a supportive network, they're going to go out of their way to make sure that they are helping you, because you've always been helping them. So once again, as always, value first and you'll be good to go. So there's another action step for some of you guys today. Share your vision. Let everybody know. All right. What else we got here?
Another one thing I want to say, going back to exactly what you just said, just to kind of piggyback off of that. I'm doing a lot of piggybacking today. But one thing that you can do is, one thing that I've been experiencing on my personal page is I'll go out sometimes and I'll post stuff about DashClicks. I'll post like, hey, come watch this webinar. We're doing a webinar. And I'll get like 30, 50 people commenting and maybe like 50 or 100 likes, right? And then I'll post a picture, a cute little picture of me and my daughter, and I'll get like 300 likes and like 50 shares, and like people are freaking tagging Barack Obama, and like, they're like, oh my God, right? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, get into the mindset of, a lot of people are scared to be emotional and like actually show what they're like. They're like locking in their brain, and they don't want to say things sometimes. And we spoke about this yesterday too, because you're scared what other people might think of you, right? The best thing that you can do in life is not care what anybody else thinks about you, and just post, because shit like this is Arne speaking from the heart, and he's talking about what's going on in his life. People are connecting to him, and what happens is, when somebody connects to you, they start buying from you, and they start listening to you, and they start liking and engaging with you, just like most of you guys do with me. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Facebook. You see the posts that I post, right? It's not like random stupid shit like, hey, you want to do a free consultation with me tomorrow night at Shenanigans? No, it's not. It's like, hey, here's a picture of me and my daughter. I'm not selling you anything, right? Yep. But I have 300 eyeballs on me, and the next post that I do about a webinar is going to get engagement, right? So when you're building up your social media pages, your groups, your personal pages, your business pages, whatever it is, put personality into it. Put a little personal touch. Don't do that. Like, there's so many people that, like, they have, like, even websites. They have a website. There's nowhere about them, who owns a company, what they do. Is just strictly like a website, right? Same thing with, like, their business page. Posting, like, generic shit all day of, like, a guy on a computer. It's like, you want to do a free consultation with me? No. Get up and, like, put a video and say why you should do a free consultation with me, right? Get personal, guys. If you guys are feeling that in any way, can we drop like a 391 in the chat right now? Thank you, Drewby. Appreciate it. Drewby said chat has the hottest content. Why, thank you, sir. 391, 391. Drewby said 391. Chris, William, Joey, Eric,
right.
Daniel, Dan, Angel. Let's go, people.
Cool.
You guys want to see some more?
They're
you want to
awake.
show them some more?
They're awake.
Shaking you. We're shaking you. You want to see some more? Arnie, you want to show them a little bit more, man?
Let's see some more, guys. So this is the type of post that will immediately separate you from a lot of the other people out there. So this is where you call out common mistakes, common errors, common malpractices in your industry. And so this happened. I saw somebody post up in a Facebook group and say, how do I grow a Facebook group in one of the marketing groups I'm in? And I saw all of this terrible advice in the comments of just these worst strategies people could possibly share. And I felt bad for that original poster and every single person reading that thinking it was good advice. So I had to come in there and set them straight, and I had to show a ton of value and show them I was the real deal. So you guys can do this at any point in Facebook groups, right? So what you want to do is you want to find at least 5 groups in your industry that have at least 5,000 people in them. Have those in your sidebar, in your places you can go and visit. And what you want to do is, number 1, you can turn on notifications. Number 2, you can search in the group. Number 3, you can go in there and post your own valuable stuff. But how I did it with this one was I saw all of these bad suggestions, and I came in and I left this comment. I said, oh my God, this is all bad advice. Thanks for tagging me. Please don't buy fake members, hijack members by spamming your videos, or take over a page and rebrand everything. That was some of the advice to grow a group. It was terrible. So what I did instead was I gave them 2 options. Said, oh, here's the best way to grow a group with ads. Here's the best way to grow a group without ads.
Screenshot, people.
Yeah,
screenshot this shit
screenshot
now.
This one.
Now.
Yes. So I literally wrote like the how-to guide. Like I basically compressed my whole, group growth cheat sheet PDF into a comment, and I just gave them all of that stuff. So why would I take the time to do all this? Number 1, I really didn't want people following that bad advice. Number 2, I wanted to look good and set them straight. So if you can go in and you can show off that you know what you're talking about, people are going to trust you a lot more. They're going to be like, oh, I wonder what that guy has going on. They're going to go click on my profile. They're going to, stumble into my webinar link on my profile, maybe buy my stuff. Who knows? But if I never did that, I wouldn't have showed up. And you guys can show up like that. It'll take you a couple minutes to engage in groups and get everything going. So let's see, what else did I say here? I even talked about engagement, and then at the end, I said, this is what I used to grow my group to over 70,000 members. Good luck. And I at Arnie myself at
Drop the mic. That's where he dropped the mic right there at the end of that last sentence. The mic was dropped right there.
So that's another funny way you can make call to actions while staying within the group rules, is if you at yourself, you tag your own name at the end of a comment or at the end of the post, you're creating a backlink to your profile. And that's not really spammy, right? I don't think so, and I'm pretty tight on spam in my group. So if you tag your own name in a post, awesome. So I took this post, I added all that value, and I showed people how to do all this stuff, but I made a clear gap right here. I said, all right, now who wants to learn where the money is at with this? If you want to see how I created 6-figure income, not just revenue, profits from my Facebook group, I put together a free training covering it, blah, blah, blah. I cover this, that, and the third. And so I just took that inspiration from me leaving that comment on that post, and I turned it into a post to generate leads for my webinar. And I'm going to give you guys another trick right now. What I did at first was I said, leave a comment. And I got a whole ton of comments piling up. And then after you go in and respond to everybody and get your comments and your links sent out, you can change it to just adding a link. So the more comments you get at first, the more reach your post will get entirely. I'm sure you guys have seen tons of posts like this, and it works very well. So later when you're all done responding to people, you're all done with that post, just swap it out for a link, and then people will run into it later, and you'll be good to go. So that worked out really well. People liked that, and I got a good amount of leads and traffic from just that one post, and I showed up as an authority to all those other people seeing me in that group. So make sure you guys are showing up in other groups, showing off what you know, and really proving your expertise. Because if you don't, you're going to have issues, and people aren't going to trust you as much. So that's gonna be a challenge for you guys as well. So if this was helpful, let me know what you guys learned from this one. Let me know what you took away, because I know we're talking a lot about different things that are theory but also practice. So going into groups, showing stuff off in the comments, letting everybody know you're the real deal. But also these types of posts where you have to be strategic about it, how you're showing up, and being very consistent as well. So, anything to add to that one?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what, no, I'm just kidding. I am going to say something, so I just want to ask a question. So a lot of these, like, these are like application style stuff. These are stuff where you're getting people from just knowledge, pure knowledge, and you're getting them to work with you, right? What would be a good thing, and I know a lot of these guys have a very similar question, what's a good fee to charge for like building like a funnel or Facebook ads, or like building the things that maybe chatbots and stuff like that? Like, what's a good fee that you would charge to somebody who's maybe just starting out, picking up their first client or their first handful of clients? What's a good retainer fee that they should be charging?
I would say really go for no less than $1,000, and that's like really just starting out.
Yeah.
The more you can get going, the more you'll start to figure out who can really who can see the most value in what you have to offer, and that should be going up consistently. Like if your rates have been stuck at the same place for even 3 months, you're not trying hard enough to find better clients. You might be in your comfort zone, you might be making a few grand, you might be at that 5 to 10K range where you're making more than you've ever made in a job, and you start sitting back. I don't want you guys to do that. I mean, hey, if you want to do that, if you just want to have a lifestyle business, make 5 to 10 grand and sit pretty and chill, run some agency clients, awesome. But if you guys want to keep that going and beat that and hit that 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K plus mark, you're going to have to stay a little bit more dedicated and not get comfortable with that 5 to 10K mark. You're going to have to raise your rates, become more confident, and just keep kicking ass.
Yep. Guys, I'm going to do a little experiment here. Who wants me and Arne both together to run their ads for them and build a funnel for them? Who would like that? Can you drop a 300 in the chat? If you want both of us to solely dedicate us building ads for you. Great. Now, we're going to charge you $5 grand a month to build those ads. Now who wants to pay $5 grand a month to us? Can you drop a 400 in the chat below? If you would pay me and Arne to build your ads, build your funnels with all the knowledge we know. 400, Drewby says yes. Chris says yes. 400, Philip says yes. Don't worry, we're not actually building ads here. Unless you want to, we can do a little side hustle.
Build them an ad on the spot.
Guys, and the reason why most of you said yes to that and you didn't even double think it, you just dropped a 400, is because we're up here and we're the authority. We're showing you guys, we've provided the value to you, right? So that's the psychology that you need to think about when you're going out to your audience, right? Make them think in that mindset where you can give and you can charge more. You don't have to charge $1,000 a month. You should in the beginning, right? Start building up your pipeline, start building up your case studies, you know, all that other crap that you guys want to build up, and then be the authority and charge whatever you want to charge, right? So that's a little test that I had. I just wanted to say, I wanted to see if anybody would bite on that. Guys, for those of you who dropped the 400, shoot us both a DM after. I'm just kidding. We're not running ads for you. We don't have time. I know we got a bunch of other cool stuff. I also know you have your Google Doc open there, so we can go through anything.
So let's see what else we got. All right, let's see. We kicked it off with that one. So I'm gonna run you guys through a real quick experiment I did real quick. And so I was in my private student group for my course, and we do like a weekly group coaching session on something. And so my buddy AJ, he saw how I was setting up my pipeline tracking of how I get people into the top of the funnel, push them through, track it, keep tabs on everything. And what I did was I decided that I wanted to do a workshop on it. I hosted that in the student group, and then I had the workshop. I showed everybody how to set it up. I showed them some steps they could do. And then I was like, you know what, that was insanely valuable. You know, if somebody has a service-based business or they're a coach and they use this, they're going to get a lot more clients if they actually pay attention and put it to use. So I decided to sell it. And I put the workshop together. I was like, all right, I'm going to sell it for 97 bucks. I'm going to get this going. And then I was just kind of sitting on my couch about to launch this funnel. And I was like, you know what, I really don't care enough to make this an actual product. I just want to see if people want it. I don't care. I'm not going to put it in a members area. I'm not going to charge 97 bucks for it. I did something interesting. So I put this post together, and basically what I did was I gave it a good headline, said double your sales in 60 days. If you're a coach, consultant, service provider, what I'm going to tell you next will make you a lot of money. No exaggeration. Listen up. Not a bad headline, right? I'd be like, all right, well, let's at least hear what this post has to say. Biggest problem everyone says is they want more clients. There's two sides: getting more leads and better pipeline tracking. Step one is everybody's train of thought. Book more calls, do this, do this, do that. Step 2 is the most neglected. So right here is where I'm getting somebody to feel that their mind was doing number 1, but they should be doing number 2. So this is where I was positioning where people are missing out. So you can use this style of post in a lot of things. You can talk about your industry. You can talk about what your prospects are doing and how they should be doing this other thing that conveniently you help them with. So step 2 is the most neglected piece. This is the advice you hate to hear but need to hear most if you want more clients. You don't need another distraction. You need to blah, 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 blah. So basically, I just made the importance of the pipeline tracking, the follow-up, made that the shiny object again. So with all of this, I started sharing some of those results like I shared with you guys. 53 leads turned into 31 apps. This doesn't happen normally. Want to know how I did it with just a few of these posts. And then I said, all right, so I decided to host this workshop, and I put it in my course. I decided to sell it for 97. Worth thousands, honestly, if you use it. Then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to let people pay whatever they want to access it. Could be $1, could be 1,000, could be the original 97, suggested price. I don't care. I want you to watch and implement it and step your game up forever. So here's the dealio. I'm offering this on a pay-what-you-want basis. Here's how it works. And at first, the post said, leave a comment and say pipeline hacks. And so I had all these people commenting so I could boost the reach. And then later, I edited it to say, you click on this link, paypal.me/Arne Giske. You put any amount in there, you comment done, and then you email support@arnegiske.org with your receipt. I send you the workshop recording and action steps so you can double your sales in 60 days with the leads you're already getting. So that's also a pretty good promise, right? So anything you put out there, any kind of marketing material, you want to make a promise. So I made that promise at the top with the headline, and then I made that promise at the bottom again. And I just put together this, I Googled pipeline, and I put a little text over it. That's as simple as it gets, right? It took me 12 seconds. So that was my pitch, that was my offer, and a little risk reversal. I say, if you don't find it valuable, I'll refund you whatever you sent me, no questions asked, but I know you will, so there's really no risk anyways. What do you say? You in? Let me know. And that ended up making me like $1,000 in sales, like within just a couple of days off of a lazy Facebook post. One post. And you guys can learn a few things from this. Number 1, you can do a pay what you want offer. Number 2, think of how I'm positioning the shiny objects again. Number 3, think of how I'm just making a very simple post. Again, like I told you guys, simple post is a really great way to get some traction, get some stuff going. And I bet you guys can launch a workshop like this. Like if you wanna pay your rent next month, you can pay your rent with a pay what you want post and put out some great content to your audience. That sound good? If you guys are like seriously wanting to do a post like that, I want to hear from you guys below. Comment, pay what you want. And I expect you guys to be posting one of these within the next week. First one who does that, I'm going to go ahead and review your post and give you some feedback and help you guys make sure you're actually making some more money on that. So
people are going to jump out of this right now. They're going to start posting.
Yeah. All right,
pay what you want in the chat. Pay what you want in the chat. Drop in the chat.
Yep.
Go. We got also something special for you. I don't even know what it is. Arnie's got a Google Docs. Yeah, we got open here that we haven't even showed you yet. Plus, I got some cool stuff that I'm going to give you after. I don't know what it is either, but I'm going to make it up as we go.